Hello everyone, and welcome once more to Red-Wolves and Ramparts. I am Reace Barnett, your host and DM. Joining me once more at the table is John, Noah, Jacey, and Trey. I didn't get the memo about doing poses whenever we were doing introductions, obviously. And so, welcome back. Last time it was a bit of a doozy. We've got a lot of plot going on right now, don't we? So, last time, after finishing your talks with Rain, you headed out into the jungle to find a small hut owned by the eccentric Dr. Coverfront. And after restraining him and getting the information you needed, you found out that one of his patients just recently left in the middle of surgery. And after hurriedly leaving the Coverfront estate and beginning to make your way through the forest, you follow along a blood trail that begins leading its way out towards the wreckage of a ship. And that is where we left off last time. So, peering off into the distance over the beach, you see the blood trail, the spatters of blood here and there, and sometimes a larger amount begin to sort of wind along, leading up to this far-off individual, probably a good couple of yards out at this point, making their way along the beachhead. So what do you do?
Right, let's get to him real quick.
Yeah.
All right, so you all just sort of hurriedly begin.
Speed walk.
Wait. You're in major pain, I'm sure. Please slow down.
Are you actually like shouting?
Yeah.
Okay, as all of you begin like sort of getting closer and begin shouting, you see for a second that the individual like looks over the shoulder and then quickly turns and begins trying to like
We're not with Coverfront.
You should not run like that with your legs.
shuffle a little bit faster, and eventually at some point as you begin sort of making closer time on them because they are just sort of like shambling, you see them just eat dirt at one point and they don't get back up.
All right.
As you sort of like come up to them, you eventually be able to kind of make them out a little bit better, and you see they are still dressed at this point. They hastily like kind of threw on their tunic and clothes. You see a drow. Something that you haven't seen before. Drows are, at this point, an ancient race, mythical in the world of the Aftermath Wilds. After the Day of Red Sun, they just sort of disappeared. And every once in a blue moon, they'll show up again. You'll just see one or two, but never a society of them. And you see this drow sort of turn around, and as you get a better look at their face, female. You see long braided hair and dreadlocks pulled out to their side, and this stark white hair, their dark skin and the pointy ears. You see this worried look of horror on her face as she juts back around. Stay back, please!
We're not going to hurt you.
I just want to heal you so you don't bleed out.
And you see as you look down, the reason why Dr. Coverfront had been able to stitch the legs on is that they were just sort of the calves down below the knee. He just sort of reattached them so the knees still worked. It was just more like having peg legs at this point than having actual legs.
Oh.
And you see, she's just sort of like reared back. It's like,
Look, we're from Crowe. Crowe. We're here to help.
You're from Crowe?
Yeah.
I didn't think they were sending any more people.
They did. Can I please fix that?
You, the drow from Crowe.
Yes.
You're part of the first group. All right, let's get you calm, yeah?
And you see, as she kind of like, and you see that suddenly a big of blood just spurts off of the leg.
Okay, yeah. All right, I need you to make a tourniquet on her legs so she doesn't bleed out.
I'll rip off a piece of my cape.
Okay, you just
All right, thank you.
make a medicine check for me.
Not one.
No, not like that. Like
shoving it.
Just shoving it into the wound.
Okay, never mind. I'll do it.
All right, make a medicine check for me. And you, as you were doing that, you just,
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, cut it.
Does anyone want to help me?
Oh, I will help you.
Thank
all
you,
day.
guidance.
And I'm like, you got this. You're the only one good at medicine around here, and you have inspiration.
All right. Oh, I don't even need it.
All right, well, maybe
That's
might be doing something else in a minute. So
yeah. I'll just keep it in there. 25.
Okay, so as you see him just sort of like stuffing, you just like grab his arm immediately, you're like, no. And you start quickly tying it, and you tie it as tight as possible. She kind of winces at the pain, but the blood starts to
just
pool.
the one leg, or is it
It's both legs.
Oh no!
The other one hasn't started bleeding yet. The stitches are still on
I mean,
it.
I
but
imagine I'm just gonna have to.
yeah, you're probably just gonna
Take
have
the
to
legs
completely
off.
take it off and re-put it back on.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna set that one up to, and then all right.
okay.
What do I have to work with?
So-
I don't know if I have my tools with me.
I mean, the legs at this point, we have to get something
Chop
else.
'em off.
Yeah, it's like, well, we can
I
just
don't have
undo
a-
the stitching.
You see her like worriedly like look.
Does
between
anyone
the
have
two.
like a small knife?
I mean, I have a dagger.
Okay. Hold on.
No, this has to happen.
No, but we have time to. With like 30 seconds to just be like, oh, we're cutting the legs off and then putting them back on.
No,
No, the legs.
No,
the legs
are
dead.
coming off. They're
So
gone.
they're going to start rotting.
I'm going to get
Your
these off and then
magic!
heal. Low-level healing magic. I can't reattach
All right.
ligaments.
I figured we just
Self-aware
give it a college
D&D
try at least. Come on.
Low level.
I'm sure he knows the difference between like
Sure, yeah.
regeneration and yeah.
So
He went
you
to
take the
college.
knife and you begin sort of off the stitches of each of them. The stitches were the only thing holding these things on right now.
Are they at least well done?
They look like a sewing pattern that he may have found from
Found a
somebody.
crochet book.
Yeah,
Oh.
and it looks awful. So as you kind of pull it off, the wounds look awful as well. Just not taken care of whatsoever.
Well, we have
And so,
salt water that
I
we can
need you
clean
to
them,
talk
yeah?
to her so she doesn't go into shock.
I use thaumaturgy to play some pleasant music in her ears. I'm like, hey there, how you doing?
Where is that coming from?
It's coming from me, don't worry. It's
You
coming
play
from right
guitar? He destroyed your guitar. I'm just gonna say
The
it.
guitar, really?
Yeah.
Here. Oh, it's all right. Hey, I got a
Please hold
leak
this
to
bandage
borrow,
to the wound
right?
while I get to work on the other one.
Okay, you hold it. Yeah, as you do, this just red, warm liquid begins sort of filling your hands. You just sort of keep pressure on it.
Okay. It'll be all right. It'll be okay.
Yeah, what's your name? What's your name? You
Yeah, what's your name?
Chloe,
Chloe. That's a great name. Yeah. How long have you been here, Chloe?
a month, probably, a couple of
Oh.
weeks. Oh, I'm lightheaded. Oh my god.
That's all right.
Hey,
All the hard
it's
part is done
okay.
now.
You
Cure
lost
wounds.
a lot of. Yeah, so you lost a lot
Yeah,
of
as
blood.
you do that, the wounds begin closing in, and the sort of infected parts kind of begin to heal over, and you're left with this very calloused looking scab, almost like appearance of this covering of leg. It's not like a perfect amputee at this point. It's just sort of contained more than anything, and you see that she finally sort of
15 hit points, if it matters.
yeah, okay. She was at 0, and so that,
Yeah, I got you.
that puts her back. And so you see her finally, like, the strain sort of melt off of her face. We have to find it.
Right.
Yeah, do you want the gear? Yeah.
You said that there's a shipwreck here, yeah?
But sorry, I don't know if anyone else. How'd you lose your legs?
That is a good question.
Very.
What happened?
Very important.
There's no way that was from the frogs.
No. We set out initially to go to the shipwreck once. And, well, they killed us. At
They?
least they killed everyone else.
Who's they?
Goblins.
Goblins.
Not the goblins, Lord.
Did they take your legs?
Yeah. I managed to call for help with my magic, and
Wait, yeah, magic. Oh.
yes, sorry, I'm a bard.
I'm a bard. Great to meet you. I kind of
two
I
of
do some
them
different
now.
stuff. I'm sorry.
Yes, I'm also I'm attuned with nature to some degrees.
Oh, that's lovely.
And so I was able to summon a monkey to drag me back to the doctor, and
That sounds horrific.
yeah, his name is Chance.
Oh.
He I've summoned him once or twice, but he he dragged me back with my legs, and they were pretty far gone. I don't know why I trusted that doctor. He was just the one that
Options,
I was referred to by Sister Lavender, and so
his name was Cammerfront. I mean,
we at the time didn't think about it.
sure.
No one does, apparently.
No one.
So maybe this is a good name because like nobody thinks of it.
He's operated for a couple of years now,
Suspicious
so
couldn't possibly actually be right.
I mean, whenever he told us, he didn't start with Doctor. He said his name was Clarence to cover front, and so
Clarence.
That's why he didn't want to tell us.
so I mean, and we made fun of him for it. I mean, it was a
That's
pretty funny
why.
name.
I mean,
and
yeah,
so,
it's a funny name.
um,
Sorry to all the Clarences out there.
I have a cousin named Clarence.
it's a funny name.
I think it's
No,
very
he's a
fun.
dork. Don't
Filefinder?
worry. Like, I know. Okay, I know. I'm gonna be honest. I know you guys kind of see me as a nerd and a dork. Whenever I tell you, Clarence Filefinder is the biggest nerd in the family.
Your last name is Filefinder?
Yeah, from the Filefinder division.
Yeah, you work at
There's
Crowe,
no way that
yeah?
you have it.
So what did you do what do you do at Crowe?
I was a sailor. I've never worked in an office. A day in
Surely
my life.
you've done some paperwork.
No, I offload
Not
crates
even
and
like
play
sign it.
music.
Where did they find you? How did you come to work for?
Well, I was working on a boat that was conscripted into Crowe at one point.
They
I just sort of
forced you to.
I was working on the boat. I was part of the crew, and then I
see.
the captain conscripted on the Crowe, and we were working for Crowe. So that's what we did.
Like not even like an H2 or like a tax form or.
I signed a contract to hand over membership to Crowe, but that's about all the paperwork that I've ever done.
Gotcha. Yeah. No. My division handled that.
Okay, all right. Well, Filefinder then. Like I said, I'm Chloe Silvermoon.
Oh,
Althuk.
even better.
Al for short.
So, Chloe, question.
Yeah.
The other three, they're just like dead, right? Like you saw them like get cut down. Like, sorry, I don't mean to like bring up bad memories, but like.
No, it's understandable. You need to know information if you're going to get in there. Yes, there were three of us, and the doctor told us that was where the cure would be. So we went in there to.
How insistent was he that you go there?
Not very. We had to
Oh,
beat
okay.
it out of him.
Yeah, so do we.
So, but yeah, we of course went there, and it was an ambush. We weren't expecting there to be things living in the ship, and afterwards we, like I said, my friends were killed, and I managed to drag myself away after losing my legs. But the important part is that you are here.
Yeah.
And you know that there are goblins in there. That you're
Right.
already one step ahead of us.
We also killed the frogs. So
Yeah, I was about
Frogs?
to ask what you don't know about the frogs. The
well,
necklace.
There was a fourth of us that went off on their own.
Do you still have the necklace?
Yeah.
Is that there?
Someone does. I don't know.
Yes, you do. You have it.
There you go.
Oh, where did you find it?
With the
It was in a pit of mud underneath the giant frog.
I'm sorry to hear that. I was hoping that they were still back at the town.
No.
No. Unfortunately not.
Simply
Sorry.
enough, no.
Did you know the people that you came here with beforehand?
Roughly. I mean, one of them was another one of my crewmates, and the other two were just random people. But we bonded a little bit at the tavern.
It's sad.
But Randall doesn't even know that we're gone, does he?
Well, he sent us.
Yeah.
He sent us so
He kind of assumed.
I think yeah.
Wait a minute. So he
When did you come here, by the way? Like how long has it been?
2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
weeks?
he did.
We just
he
got
He
didn't
just
to.
send you to
assumed
come-
that you were dead.
He
He
didn't
sent us
send you to come
immediately.
to help us.
No, he sent us to go find the cure.
He didn't tell us
Wow.
anything about you.
Yeah.
I think he assumed that you already failed also, because he just like sent us.
How long do you think it's going to be?
What?
Before-
Don't they do a shipment every 2 weeks?
2 months.
2 months, my bad.
So, let me get this straight. He sends them. He doesn't hear back from them because he's not here, and they don't have any way to magically or otherwise contact him.
And then he just sends another.
He
group of
has
people.
enough information to know that as soon as they get ambushed and taken out, he can send another crew.
Right.
So we're being watched somehow, or monitored at least.
Just like look around.
Looks at name
You
tag.
can make a perception check.
Yeah.
Not. 2.
I mean, jungle,
I got like 7.
beach. That's about it.
Well,
Yeah. All
But
right.
somehow we're being monitored because
like they know that.
that was like
Yeah.
the time we got the invoice saying that we were going to be sent out.
All right. So, what do you do now?
All right, Chloe.
Yeah.
We should probably get her back to town.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get her in the inn. Let her
Alright.
rest.
So like
Maybe get
50% to 100%.
prosthetics.
How are you feeling health-wise?
Well, I just lost my legs.
I mean, they were kind of gone.
Yeah.
You really just like took off some boots.
We could probably find like some prosthetic. Like you still have your knees, so
Yeah.
it's not the worst.
You
can be a
said
pirate.
that you
You
know
can be a singing pirate with 2 peg legs.
Yeah.
Awesome. I mean, not optimal, but like,
Would you
God, that
prefer a
was
peg
insane.
leg or a wooden foot?
I'm trying to sell
What?
this thing.
Would you prefer a peg leg or a wooden foot?
Foot would be nice. I mean,
Okay.
it would have more balance.
You said that you know Sister Lavender. Could she help
Yeah.
us?
Yes, probably. I mean, she might be able to give me somewhere to stay.
Sorry, she's the teacher. Yeah. So
Yes, at the Academy for Little Gremlins, I believe is the name of the place.
Of course it would be. All right. Everything else in this town. Should we take her there to the inn and like tell Sister Lab? Where do you want to go? I'm probably going to be the one carrying her. Yeah.
It's not me.
I mean, we had rooms at the inn, but those are probably not taken care of. I don't have any of my items anymore. I mean, I used the last of my gold to pay for.
We should probably go get that
I
gold.
mean, she
yeah.
could always just stay in one of our rooms. Also,
That's
yeah,
fine.
we should.
All right. Do we want to tell Sister Lavender though? Like, be
we
like,
can do
hey,
that.
she's not dead.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
All right. So take her to the inn or take her to Sister Lavender? 'Cause we could go to either. It just depends on if we want to tell Sister Lavender to come to us
I
or
mean,
not.
I'm all right with telling her myself if you could bring me there, but I mean, if you want to just relay the message, I'm sure that she wouldn't mind. Either one was possible.
All right.
You are really good at making decisions.
I think we should take her to Sister Lavender.
I think
Alright.
so too. I think putting him in Grandma's care is probably better than putting him in Barkeep's
J-
care.
and leaving her alone, unless
Yeah.
then one of us has to stay with her
Yeah.
to make sure she's okay.
All right, that works for me then.
Right.
So
I mean, you're not like gonna die right now. You're fine.
I
Right?
am very light-headed, but
Yeah, but
We could find someone to.
you'll make more blood. It's
Get you some apple juice.
yeah.
Graham crackers.
not sure if they have graham crackers in the fantasy world.
They got
Cakes.
Okay, graham cakes.
Graham
All right,
cakes, there
let's get you back.
you go.
in
All
here.
right.
So
I'll
you
pick her up.
Sort of just like hoist her onto your back and
Come on. Like a
piggyback
backpack.
her. Yeah, a very morbidly backpack. Yeah, sure. As you make your way back to the town, sort of retracing your steps, are you stopping on your way there to Dr. Coverfront, or are you just going straight to Sister Lavender?
I think he's still there.
Do you think
He
you left
probably
anything
turned
at
tail around,
Coverfront?
yeah.
I mean, my guitar was there.
Okay.
But not anymore.
Not
Pieces
anymore.
up off the
It's
ground.
really
Also,
not anymore.
did you pay
really.
him?
Yes,
How much did you pay him?
60 gold.
That's what
We're
it's
stopping
We
by.
might be able to rebate that for you.
Okay. So on your way back, you
Do you want me to muscle again?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, I'll take her off. Set her on the ground.
she kind of like just props herself up a little bit. She can kind of sort of move to some
Sure.
degrees. I mean she has full arms and all that, so it's just the legs that are the issue. And so
I'll take out one of my scimitars and I'll go straight to the front door and like kick it in.
As you kick open the door, you see standing at like one of the counters. with
Clarence!
just you see his face. He's just like has like a mouthful of cheese, and he just.
Money now. Claire's. Claire's.
Chloe.
Chloe's. Chloe's. Yeah. Go.
60 gold pieces.
What are you talking about? Money? 60 gold pieces.
60 gold pieces.
What did you do with it? It's been like an hour.
Yes, and I put it away.
Where?
I never tell.
Smack him.
Smack her. oh, Clarence with the old miss.
Oh, all right, fine.
You look like a Clarence.
That's very hurtful.
Good.
The fact that you think that's an insult is telling.
I did not pick that name, thank you. I just picked cover front.
Pick a different first name too. You're already going with the
You know you
fakest
can
thing
do more
ever.
than one.
I didn't think about it. I mean, then I have to learn an entirely different name, and then whenever people call me, hello, Jeffrey, how's it going?
Jeffrey?
I don't look at them because I know Clarence, okay?
That's the name you'd go with?
Probably it's better than Clarence.
We should name it. We'll workshop.
I don't know.
We'll get back
Clarence
to you.
is all right with me.
All right. Anyway,
It's not all right.
Money.
Money. I listen. Money is a fickle thing. It comes and goes with the changing of the
Smack him
winds.
again.
Okay. All right. Fine. I already sent some of it off, but
Already?
well, you see, there's this bird that I know that's
Give money to a bird?
yes, a small bird person that came up.
Oh, okay.
Came up and walked
Thought it
over.
was just an actual
Why didn't you
bird.
say a person? Yeah, bird person. That's totally
Yeah, it's like,
normal in
that's
our
fine.
fantasy world.
Yeah, the bird person came up and was like, "Where's my money?" And I was like,
You
"Here's your
owe money to people.
I owe money to a lot of people, of course. How do you think I keep
course
this
you do.
business?"
You might
So
as well.
I gave
yeah.
him 30 gold, and the rest of it I kept for myself.
Where do you keep your money?
We're gonna need the other 30.
I keep it in the cookie jar over there.
Take the cookie
You
jar.
take it. Boom, it's full of gold coins.
I'm so tempted to cast shatter on this cookie jar.
Kill
Just
everyone in the room.
atomize the cookie jar.
How much?
Yeah, so I'll empty
As
it
you-
out.
Is it just 30?
Yeah, 30 gold pieces. Couple pieces of silver.
Cool. You want to use the cookie jar? You can atomize it if you want.
I mean, it's basically an urn.
Sure.
And you just add it to your urn
I
belt
put it
that
in
you
my urn
have.
belt.
Do you have an urn belt?
I have an urn belt.
Very good.
One's got a poison
Well, you
dart
got
on
your
it.
money. You got your information. Please leave my house.
We could
You
take
do
his
realize when you take necrotic
It's going
limbs
like a step too
and
far.
sew them
Okay.
onto a stump, it doesn't just fix itself, right?
Why not?
Okay,
not.
so
So there's a lot going on inside your legs. So basically, your hands
I
and your
don't think
feet are like
You see-
puppet strings.
Chloe kind of like out of the doorway is like, "Are we heading back to town?"
yeah, we're heading back to
Yeah.
town. Yeah.
Don't do anything medical wise. I saw your stitches. If it was like a blanket, would have been perfect. Not on humans. not on creatures. Got it?
Guess I should take up making blankets.
Yes.
Okay.
Or go to the dock and be a manager.
Okay.
You would have been great at either.
go
of them. You
knit
chose
at
the
adults.
one profession that you cannot do.
Okay. All right. Fine. I won't do it
Go out and
anymore.
hand Chloe a cookie jar full of 30 gold. It's
you.
not all of the money, but he's
It's enough to pay for an inn.
kind of a spitball, so you know.
It's enough to pay for the inn night. That's enough. Thank you.
Yeah.
And with that, you return back to town, carrying her there. So, as you all return back to the town once more, carrying Chloe to the Academy of Various Gremlins, we will end it off right here, and that's where we will pick up next time.
Nice.
And so, a very plot-heavy couple of sessions this last couple of episodes, but it's all leading up to a big old thing that I got planned. So, thank you all for watching. I've been Reace, that's been John, that's been Noah, that's been Jacey, and that's been Trey. Join us next time on Red-Wolves and Ramparts, where we will be discovering the goblin-infested ship and meeting Sister Lavender. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.